All right, we're back. All right, Jessica, sorry.
I'm not sure where that cut off,
Yeah.
but at the cemetery meeting, they talked about getting potential money from grants. Jody's gonna research projects that could apply for that in the future. And then I, as council, gave updates from the meeting with the Grand Rapids Legion about our Memorial Day event that's gonna happen in 2025. We're discussing the potential of a parade and other events as well, and groups that may want to be involved. We also discussed contacting Bob Clark to help with flag holder replacement and mapping of veterans' headstones. And Harold agreed to check the electric available for a sound system and podium placement at that Memorial Day event. And then we talked about the American 250 grant, which the other committees decided would be sent to the cemetery for ideas. And the board decided to utilize that grant toward heritage trees. That was one of the options that it could be used for. And they're going to do that with the completion of the next phase of the memorial garden. The next meeting has been scheduled for January 9th instead of the first Thursday due to the New Year holiday. And then we did submit that American 250 grant idea to the grant writer, and I have a response here sent from Stephanie that we as a community must be registered by December 31st, 2024 in order to be eligible for that grant. And Christy provided instructions how to register. A memorial garden would be eligible with the following description. The heritage trees activation encourages communities to plant trees that symbolize local history and culture. Each tree becomes a living monument with plaques or QR codes providing stories about significant events, people, or traditions associated with that location. So that's exciting.
Okay, so it looks like we just need a council vote for applying for the American 250 grant. Do we have a motion?
Is that a match grant full?
It's one of the non-matches.
Okay.
It was on our original
Okay.
list. Mhm.
I assume we have a motion.
Motion.
Okay.
Yeah.
And any other discussion?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. That's exciting to see them move forward on that project.
Yeah.
We also had an administrative process meeting from the 9th.
In attendance were myself, Jessica Souser, Stephanie Mons, Meyerholtz, Howard Lashaway, and Brittany Kukowski. The Ohio Department of Transportation has a grant project for sidewalks. We had decided to connect, you gotta correct me, Union Street? No. Where we would be connecting all the way to Merrill Park.
Be Milton Cherry to
Park, and also Main Street to redo the Main Street sidewalk. It seems that there's a right-of-way issue with some of the lots. Bob Densman from Kleinfelder had sent an email raising concern over this. Stephanie consulted with her attorney, who maybe suggested to hire a title examiner, which could be pricey, from what I understand. And also, Mr. Taylor has also mentioned being able to do this, but you want to be paid for it. I'm imagining we're going to send this back to administrative policy or administrative process to kind of go over this.
I did go to the recorder office.
And,
We don't have anything on file.
okay,
They suggested because maybe the agreements would have been so old and handshakes used to be the thing. Anything after 2002 is digitized, but something like that would be older than that. I also went to the engineer building, like the office, and they were gonna look into the addresses, but I don't know if y'all heard, they got ransomware.
Yeah.
So the entire online catalog was not accessible. So I'm gonna check in, like, tomorrow would be 7 days from when I was there.
I have my notes that you were going to do that, but I don't want
Oh, you're
to get a
fine.
chance to do it or not. So
I
thank
went,
you.
yeah.
Thank you for doing it.
I called,
You're not on the committee either, so.
yeah, I did as part of Public Works. I called Bob with the updates.
Is he still going to apply for the grant?
I believe he's still going to apply. That was always his plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the email said we were gonna move forward.
We're applying for a CSX grant, a path across the tracks on Walnut. It looks like Harold has emailed, Harold has a quote for that for $16,900. That's been sent to the grant writer. Also, we had looked into the Bureau of Workers' Compensation Safety Intervention Grant. All those grants have been closed as of November 1st due to the overwhelmingly positive response. Brittany is also following with the Department of Development on the stormwater analysis.
Haven't heard anything back yet.
I have in my notes here, Jeremy and Jessica will follow up with GLCAP regarding stormwater project for the grant on Sycamore. I actually sent it to them too. I guess I didn't. I have not heard anything back. I don't know if you guys.
I haven't had any. I got your email and I was like, well, I'll wait till after.
Yeah, I think I had it in my head that I was going to do that. Either way. We discussed extending Christy Glarz's contract. She's the grant writer. Also, she's going to be invited to the next administrative process meeting. She's response to Stephanie said that she's looking forward to working with us and in the future, and she'll be at the next meeting when that's scheduled. Mr. Meyerholtz updated us that the safety committee is working on with other townships and municipalities regarding contracts. I think that's in later on. The PEP Faithful Performance Program update, Stephanie and the mayor are working on a proposal to replace the current position bonds with Faithful Performance Program through PEP. The Administrative Policy Committee will continue reviewing the policy to determine appropriate bond amounts. The fiscal officer will secure quotes for higher bond amounts to be reviewed at the January meeting. The PEP insurance deductible, suggestion from insurance about increasing insurance deductible for premium savings. We'll get a quote on a $2,500 deductible versus our current $500. Fiscal officer is working on a 3 to 5 year budget plan, and Brittany had suggested for bigger projects to be put into phases, which would allow the village to budget and obtain funding easier as we continue to do big road projects as well. And then actual items, the T-Mobile grant to go back to community development for further discussion, and the ODNR step outside to go to the Parks and Rec board for a summer event, and the Brightening Communities grant to go to Public Works for possible lights at the ball diamond. I don't think we need to vote on sending those to committee. Right?
Yeah. Any issue with sending those to those committees? Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. We do have some upcoming meetings. Community Development and Public Affairs is meeting the 17th at 6. Parks and Rec will be meeting the 18th at 6:30. And the Safety and Public Works meetings have been canceled for December. Cemetery will meet the 9th at 6, and the Weston Sports Initiative Board will meet next on the 15th at 5:30.
I just had a question on the Parks and Rec. There is not a board currently.
That's correct.
And it's announced as a public meeting.
Yeah, I mean, we've had, people show interest, and so wanted to give them the opportunity to, come and talk with myself and the person who still remains on the board, and give them the opportunity to.
But it's still specified as a Parks and Rec meeting. That's what was on the calendar. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
And we don't have a Parks and Rec.
Okay. We'll note that technicality.
Well, it's not technicality. Is there a way that
All right, we have some new business, resolution 2024-23 for extending EMS contracts. Declaring an emergency, says a resolution approving and authorizing the mayor to execute emergency medical services contracts. Like I said, declaring an emergency. Do we have a motion to suspend the rules?
so moved?
Second.
Second.
Mr. Warner,
Yes.
Mr. Meyerholtz, Ms. Suser,
Yes.
Mr. Easterwood,
Yes.
Ms. Kwiatkowski.
Yes.
And a motion to approve resolution 2024-23.
So moved.
Any further discussion? Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, and that will extend the contracts that we have with townships, Liberty Township, Milton Township, and Weston Township, as well as the villages of Custer and Milton Center. So that's effectively our EMS's service area. Has council had an opportunity to review the bills? All right, a motion to approve the bills.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Right. And it looks like we have a team of,
That's,
oh, okay.
it was something that I just printed. So we have to assign a representative and it has to be from this criteria and then an alternative.
Okay. Okay, so in the past, it's been the mayor. Do we have, is there any objection to that? And then, we do need to, set an alternate. Do we have, anyone who, would like to be the alternate?
I would. I go to a lot of the events.
Okay, motion for Brittany to be the alternate,
I motion to make Brittany the alternate.
second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. We have some citizens and visitors with us. Why don't we start over here? Ali, anything for council? No? Okay. Kendall, anything for council? No? Nothing, no, Don, right? Doug, sorry, Doug. Denny?
Not at this time, but after the meeting, do you take questions after the meeting on this?
Yeah, if you want to talk, we can talk.
Where you're in the middle of,
Oh,
of your
This is when
meeting?
the citizens ask us the questions.
What's that?
It's when the citizens ask us the questions.
I guess it depends on who
Well-
you want your audience to be.
Do you want like a single person or do you want all of council?
Oh, I'd like to have all council.
Oh, then right now's the time.
Oh, my. Well, I understand somebody's going to be stepping down. Is that correct? Possibly? Well, I'm going to give you my support of being mayor of Village of Weston. 2/3 of Weston voted you in. That means a lot, Jeremy. And for you to step down, you would hurt 2/3 of the village. Is it medical?
No,
Is it personal?
very much so.
You know, I shouldn't even be saying this. I shouldn't be up here, but I've been in this village since 70. I've been a resident of the area for 1965. I've talked to a lot of people. I like people. I like to reminisce. Voters of this village has been under attack all the time. And they're a family that is a good family. And they have put up with a lot of stuff that has been done to them in the village that they was trying to make the village better. But it seems like there's a few that likes to go around gossiping or not telling the whole truth. They tell you part of the stuff that's involved, but they don't tell you the whole picture. Then I go and do research thinking this person, okay, has an issue. So I do research. I was told half of it. I had to go on myself to get the other half, and I let people know what was going on. And there's people right in this room that was doing that to the village and the mayor and council and that. You will not have a functioning good council if you bicker and gossip and point fingers and always want your way. It's the majority. When people try to take out a person overall for being recognized, that's not good. We recognize the whole group. There's much more I could say on this, because I've been in that position. I've been in this position. I've been gossip about. I've been over to the sheriff's department 2 different times because people was telling me, "You're threatening, Denny. You are threatening." I've been over there. I talked to the sheriff. I didn't even want to talk to the sheriff. I just want to talk to the deputy. The sheriff came out. I explained to him what was going on. He says, "Denny, the way you presented it, you're not." I said, I lecture him. First time. The second time, I give consequences. I get told, "You're threatening me." I am not threatened. I don't threaten children in this village. I take the initiative to leave them know what they're doing wrong and what they're doing right. And I like the kids down there doing stuff, not breaking glass and damaging the commodes and stuff. And there's been a lot of things going on down there. And I see it because I'm down there all the time. I'm up to the cemetery all the time. They're climbing on buildings and stuff like that. I care about Weston. You care about Weston and some of you others. I would dearly, dearly hope that you do not step down. There's nobody in here that would get 2/3 of the vote for mayor. Nobody in this room would get 2/3 of the vote of the village to be mayor. I have a lot more to say, but I'm very direct. I'm sorry I'm like that. But when people gets picked on and gossip about, I'm going to take a stand. My wife asked me, "Why are you like that, Denny?" Because who will stand up? Who will stand up for the people?
Well, Denny, certainly, and you know this, I appreciate all the stuff that you do for the village. I mean, you're doing the right thing, the thing that I preach about all the time, which is just doing the do, like it doesn't take a lot to participate in the village. And those who participate are directly improving and affecting, this village in a positive way. And it's super important that we do support each other in doing those things.
But your father's on EMS. You're a mayor. Your dad was the maintenance person here. Your sister-in-law was in here. I seen her crying because of being attacked, and she stepped down. No, we don't have that in this village. We don't. And Joe was spearheaded the wreaths on the cemetery. Deb Ballmer, another volunteer through Modern Woodman, put a rose garden in there and had volunteers, done some painting, volunteer people. But if you're going to come after people, I got a problem with that because they come after me. A few years ago, I was a gossip in here, the gossip in this room. I'm not going to point fingers. I don't care if you're a business runner of this village or if it's a mayor. If you're wrong, I'm going to take a stand I'm going to take a stand.
Appreciate that. We keep it to 3 to 5 minutes, so I'll
Thank you.
We'll leave
Thank
it
you
there.
for hearing me out. I hope it does some good. I hope it does. Because I'm doing this out of my heart. You might think I'm very direct, but it's out of you. There's people that think they know me. They don't know me. They do not know me.
No, I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming up here. Mr. Stevens, anything for council?
After that, I'm good.
Did you say something over there? Mr. Lashaway?
I didn't say anything. You got a problem with?
No. Let's,
No.
Ron. All right, anything, okay. In the back, Mr. Fletcher.
The other thing I was gonna ask about is, do you hear anything more about the ditch alongside my house? If they's gonna do anything with that anytime soon?
We're on a list that's,
Okay. I
Yeah.
just thought I'd ask.
yeah,
I did say something when I was up there for the right of way thing. I did ask about it. The response I got again was, we're getting to it.
Well, if we're still talking about it, did the one on behind my house ever come up? Because nobody.
All the ditches, all the ditches in
Okay,
Western are on. the
nobody
surface.
has touched that and
You know,
we're-
I ask, my driveway keeps going smaller and smaller.
gotcha. Yeah. Mr. Lashway, anything for council? In the corner there? You guys didn't prepare your speeches. Did Ms. Stanko tell you about that? Giving a speech, right? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Thank you for coming. All right. Did I-
Ashley,
Ashley, anything for council? Mrs. Patel?
No, I don't have anything. I just got on, so I have no idea what's going on.
All right, thank you. Okay, we also are looking to seat a council member. Council has the opportunity to do that within 30 days. And so we've had, I think, 3 applicants. Is that right?
or
Four applicants. With that, council has requested executive session to discuss the applicants, but should we give any of them an opportunity to speak to council beforehand if needed? I know you each submitted like a letter, so it's completely up to you. We appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. All right. With that, we'll need a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
no,
No.
I doubt you're gonna hit your time limit this time.
Oh,
That
okay.
was for the time.
Okay. So a motion to
I make a motion to go to.
okay, in a second. Okay. And Mr. Warner,
Yes.
yes. Mr. Meyerholz, Ms. Suser,
Yes.
Mr. Easterwood,
Yes.
Ms. Klukowski.
Yes.
Okay. With that, we'll enter executive session for personnel.
Getting up for-
I have to get up anyways, move, because if not, I'm gonna be taking a minute.
I think they all left.
There's people outside talking. I can hear 'em.
Cold out here.
I offered chairs.
The last time we did this, everyone waited back there.
Yeah,
Like they were having like the best time ever. Get it here.
yeah, because I was back there. I still had my office back there. Gosh, it's been.
I didn't have the sense to ask how long you're gonna be, if it was gonna be 2 hours or something.
All right, so in executive session, we just spoke about the candidates and had some discussion. And so do we have a motion to open nominations?
Make a motion, to open nominations.
Second.
A second, okay. Any nominations?
Eric, nominate Eric Rupp.
I second
Okay.
that one.
Any other nominations?
I'll nominate J.R. Fletcher.
Then second.
I don't think so, but we do need a first and a second to close.
Close nomination first.
Close the nomination.
Second.
All right, so we'll do a roll call and you just get to vote for either or. And I think it's gonna be really hard to get a tie. So so we'll start Mr. Warner,
Erica Rupp.
Mr. Meyerholtz,
Eric Rupp.
Ms. Susser, Mr. Easterwood,
Erica.
Ms. Klokowski.
Erica. There.
All right, that's 5 for Erica, so congrats.
Are you going to swear?
Yeah, we might as well.
Yeah.
This is where you stand.
Yeah. In front of all of us.
The camera's all wonky because.
Look towards them.
All right, so repeat it. Me, I, Erica Rupp,
I, Erica Rupp,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Ohio,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Ohio,
and of the village of Weston,
and of the village of Weston,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
perform and discharge
perform and discharge
the duties of council member
the duties of council member
according to the law
according to the law
and to the best of my ability.
and to the best of my ability.
All right, congratulations.
Hey.
Thank you.
You can actually take a seat
Oh, boy.
For what's left.
for 10 seconds.